All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check, 59. Here we go. Show it up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Switch. Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. Good thing. Motion. Mark 55. Watch the slant.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready? Zoom. 55 to Mike. Watch the pass.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Smith on first down. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tremont Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Down. 10 logo. Check 55. Come on. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On first down, Aiken. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 29, Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they're going to set up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Switch. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Smith trying to run for it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft. Time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
No chance. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They'll run on first down. Aiken trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now Young. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of it. Got his man, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30. And the Steelers first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First down, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Topper! Wide, get wide. Pick the edge. Go. Beat them.
Throwing, Young. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
22's coming, Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 22. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw, Young. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First and 10, Young. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, that's good.
Young now. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go. 8 read. Let's go, defense. Ready.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Here we go. Take you, Gator. Hey, Foxtrot.
Again, it's Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down carry for Smith. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Smith. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tremont Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10.
Let's go.
It's Young off play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
22-jet bomber. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right back to him on first down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Jim, Jogo. Check 52. Slam. Wheel. Let's go.
Now it's Smith running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Mike 20. Bring it. There we go, Mike 20. Hey, let's get this. Hey, Mike 20. Same on. Not today.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for number 86. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Blue there.
Now Young. Gonna throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Jackson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
I smell fear in that offense.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. 20! And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tap.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, check, check. Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Alert 3. Show it up. Show it up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch the air. Yeah. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll try to run this one in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Watch the run, watch the run. This side, baby. That's right. Switch, switch, switch. Go. 31, check 31. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Good job, baby.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So the final seconds tick away.